We are in an era where brands will spend $10,000 on an entire shoot, only to post maybe 2, 3 of those deliverables, only for them never to be seen again. And that's not really creative. That's what I would consider waste. And in this day and era, if you can save a brand money, you can become a weapon. So for example, this House of Errors photo, and even this one. These should not just live and die as a JPEG. So this video is brought to you by Artlist, but I'm not just gonna show you a random list of tools and hope you understand what I'm talking about. I wanna show you how smart brands are stretching their budget. Because if I'm a smart brand owner, I'm gonna be asking myself, how do I get 10 more assets out of this? Or how do I get 20 more? How do we just stretch what we've done and not just let all this extra go to waste, which I can tell you firsthand happens a lot. So you're probably thinking, what is the solution? Do I need a better shoot? Do I need a better director? Do I need better planning? My answer is actually yes to all 3 of those things. I'm filming right now, dude. Jesus. Now I'm gonna have to cut that clip and I'm gonna have to use AI to replace it. You guys see this? You see how this is working? But you could use Artlist for that. No, I'm just kidding, but I'm not. Anyway, all jokes aside, this is how I would supplement what I'm already doing creatively with AI to, again, stretch my process a little bit further to make sure that I'm not leaving any money on the table. I'm getting as much out of every shoot as humanly possible. So let's take a look. So step 1, AI is all about taste and direction. You have to treat AI like a director. You don't just get to approach it and say, animate me something sick and cinematic and expect it's gonna give you some insane result. That's just not how it works. If I'm ever gonna animate a still image, I always try to ask myself these questions. What type of movement actually makes sense here? Is this something that I could also see being done in real life, but would just cost an insane amount of money to do? Is the image calm or aggressive? Is it handheld? Is it underexposed? Is it overexposed? All the things that you would think of as a cinematographer or director. It's the same thing you apply here. Let's actually pull our references. So this is actually an image from a House of Errors campaign. You've got a guy falling off the buckets based off of this video also right here, which is super sick, right? And so they followed up that shot with this one over here. So take a look at this right here. And this one absolutely crushed. 13,000 likes, that's amazing. This one did 27, so I mean, you're really tapping into something great. But at the end of the day, we only see 2 of these. So why not just animate this and then make that another post tapping into another massive potential audience here? So what I did is I basically just screenshotted this. I directed Artlist and told it to make this. Which brings me basically into step number 2, which is your ability to prompt correctly. So let's take a look at a bad prompt and then let's take a look at a good one. So let's go into Artlist. I've already preloaded the image and let's just say something simple. Like, how do most people think, right? Make this super cinematic and have the guy falling, looking cool, keep the shadow. Maybe people say that, maybe they don't. I don't know. Add some film grain, right? All right, so let's take a look at what it generated for us. So let's peep this, let's play this back. So it kind of floats in midair unrealistically. The shadow stays there, which is cool. The paint doesn't spill and fly. It still kind of hangs there, which again, as a director, these aren't things that would happen in real life, which again, we're trying to close that gap and be like, okay, is this something that could actually happen in real life? So if we actually go back to my previous creations, I'm gonna show you the exact prompt that I used to make this. And basically what I wanted to do is, again, make it as hyper realistic as I possibly could. So my prompt was slow motion. The paint kind of flies and spills a little bit, but we're still missing that. But that is also like proof in case where as a director, I should be able to see that and be like, make the paint inside of the paint can also fly. But I missed that and that's fine. But here's my actual prompt. Have the character in the frame falling in super slow motion while the buckets also fall in slow motion. And here's where the director comes in. I want this to feel like 120 frames per second slow motion. Make this feel hyper realistic, keep the shadow in frames as well, add realistic film grain. So I like that. That's all very natural. And again, the color palette still matches what the actual campaign was. But this is just a very simple example of how you can animate something. And again, that gives you a whole nother post. So let's say a shoot costs $10,000, right? And everything we just watched fits that budget number. A lot of companies are gonna wanna repurpose a lot of different types of content. You have short form, you have long form, you have website assets, you have email marketing, you have SMS. All these things need content. And a lot of times people are gonna start scheduling extra shoot days to just maximize this and get this. Well, when using Artlist AI Toolkit, you don't really need to do any of that. You get good at prompting, you treat it like a director would, and then you can maximize assets. And to be honest, my opinion is everything that I just showed you is exactly how AI should be used. You're not replacing photographers, you're not replacing stylists, you're not replacing editors. You're just getting better at what you already can do, and you're just stretching it even further. You're just extending the lifespan of good creative, which you have to have in place in the first place. Anyway, I will leave you with the final thought. You're either gonna get left behind in this game, or you're gonna be then hiring somebody to teach you how to do it instead of learning it yourself when it was early on and probably a lot cheaper for you. So anyway, that's it for now. Use that food for thought. Don't hate, just get creative, make something cool. And if you need to maximize even more assets out of whatever you made, well, now you know how to do it.